All right. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining today's session, today's project management overview session. So to start with, I will first introduce myself and also tell you a bit about the company. Then, please 1 second, let me control my kids. Yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, I'll tell you a bit about myself, a bit about the company, and also I'll invite the facilitator that will be taking you on the journey if you are to enroll to shed more light into the life of a project manager and a scrum master. And also I've got probably a couple of students, ex-students that should be on the call that will be telling you about their story or their journey so far as well. And finally, we open the room for questions and answers. So if you have any questions, answers, if you have any questions, we'll try as much as possible to provide answer to that. All right, so without further ado, let me start. For 1 second. Let me admit these people. Uh, all right. So again, we are here because of project management. And so thanks again, everyone, for joining today's session. My name is Akin Oladeji. Please, sorry about my voice. I'm a little bit under the weather, but the show must go on. So please pardon me if you can't hear me properly. I'll try as much as possible to be as loud as possible as well. So my name is Akin Oladeji, and I happen to be the founder of Learn with Pride. And what we do at Learn with Pride is help people that wants to transition from non-IT or non-technical into the IT space. So we run different trainings from project management to business analysis to Scrum Master, um, data analysis, DevOps engineer, IT support analyst, software automation, testing. So we run like 7 different IT courses. But why we are different is we do not concentrate on the theoretical part of things. In as much as, yes, you need to know the theory before you can do the practical. But what I'm trying to say is we don't focus too much on the theories. So to say, we are not preparing you to go and pass one professional certification. No, that is not our objective. Our objective is to give you a platform whereby you can go through a practical training and also work on a live project. Because these days, what comes first is the knowledge, is your know-how. If you can prove to the employer that you can do the job, you know how to do the job, then you get the job. But if you are going to the employer with certification, their impression is you've only read to pass that certification. You might not even know how the things are done, how the things in the real life are done, how the work is done in the real life. So that is why it's important to us, to take you through this practical journey, expose you to projects so that by the time you are done with a 3-month program, you can prove your worth to the interviewer. You can be well equipped so that when you start applying for jobs, you know what you are talking about. And you don't need to lie on your CV as well, because if you do your own bit, I'm very, very sure you'll be more than equipped, you'll be more than ready to compete with people who has been doing the job in the industry for 2-3 years. So that's the position we want you to be. All right. So a little bit about myself. My background is in accounting. A few years ago as well, I was tired of accounting that I was doing. I needed a change, but I don't know what I wanted to do. I have so many certification exams. I've done so many certifications. but they are not opening doors for me, I'm not getting the job. That's why the fact that I've done all this certification, but what is missing is that knowledge, that knowledge is missing. That is why I'm not getting the job until I found like a training institute as well, where I did like a masterclass program, and I transitioned to become a software automation engineer. And the program was like for 3 months as well. This is someone coming from a non-IT. This is someone coming from a non-technical background. All I knew before was balance sheet, debit and credit, trial balance. That was all I knew. I even have masters in accounting, but what I'm now doing today is it's totally different from what I studied in school. I'm writing codes in programming language like C Sharp. I'm training others as well to become like me. This is possible because of the hard work, because of the dedication I put into the process back then. So that is why I'm quite sure that when it comes to transitioning, anybody can transition as long as as long as you are determined and you know what you want out of the program, And the most important that you can request for is a support, because when you are going through transitioning and you don't have the support, then probably halfway through you can just be tired, and what, I'm not getting what I wanted. I'm not getting the right support. For that reason, you go back to what you were doing previously. But when you come on the journey, or when you enroll with us, you'll be able to get all the necessary support that you want to get. You have the support at your disposal. The only thing you have to do is, like the Bible says, you have to knock at the door, and before the door will be open, you just have to tap, or seek for that help, and someone is already readily available to help you out in whatever you want to do. So that's a bit about myself, a bit about the company. We've been going strong for the last 4 years. We started with my own training, which is software automation testing. That was how the old Learn Pride was born. And all other courses leverage on the sources of software automation testing. And that's what has brought us this far till date. So that is a bit about the company. So why project management, or what is the buzz regarding IT? Why people, all of a sudden wants to go into IT? Since post-COVID, IT jobs has been buzzing. Buzzing in the sense that companies, now realize that people don't need to be physically present at the office at work before you deliver your work. They even realize that you perform better. The productivity is actually high when you work at home. Because take, for example, when you're at work, you might go for tea breaks for probably like 10 times. You might go for cigar breaks, probably like, unlimited times. But when you are at home, you don't even think about that, because you think you are not working, and meanwhile you are actually really, really working more than if you go to work. So because of that, companies now employ, it doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter whether you live in Nigeria. It doesn't matter whether you live in Ghana, Zimbabwe. As long as you can prove that you can do the job, they are ready to offer you the role. So that is why many people are rushing to IT. Aside from working remotely, you have the family life, family work balance situation. It's there, you can balance the whole thing, because it gives you room to work remotely. You can have time for other things. You can have time to take your kids to school, to do school runs, to do any other thing that you want to do as well. So because of all these benefits, compared to, let's say, nurse that, there's no way a nurse can work remotely. There is no way. You need to go into work, and you need to put in the hours, that 12 hours. That 12 hours might even be you standing up. That is why you see people wanting to change to IT. A nurse, when she realized that she can actually even make much more, and she doesn't even need to go and stand for 12 hours before you make that much more. Everybody wants to unlearn so that they can relearn. Everybody wants to, upskill so that they can be able to compete for the right jobs in the market, because it's like a lottery. This career transition of a journey is like a lottery. You playing for a lottery. Let's assume you didn't play for a lottery and you saw the money that was won, 30 million. You now imagine, assuming you played the lottery, probably you could have won that money. But the thing is, you never played. How can you win when you never played? You can only dream of winning. Same thing applies to you transitioning as well. If you don't get the right skills, if you don't acquire the right knowledge, if you don't look for the right training organization to take you on that journey, enroll, you'll only just be wishing. Now you might see your friend that you started the journey, or you meant to start the journey with, probably few months ago. Now that one has completed the training and probably is even working. You are now wishing again, oh, I didn't enroll for that training back then. Probably I'll put myself in a situation like this, or could be competing with people who has the knowledge or who has been doing it in the market. So that is why, when it comes to this kind of a decision, you don't have to procrastinate. It's a decision because you are not investing in your partner. You are not investing in someone else. You are investing in yourself. That is why it is key, to invest in yourself so that you can reap the reward of your investment in the future. All right. So that being said, also, IT project management in the UK is one of the shortage of skilled worker, right? Meaning there are many jobs, but fewer people. What does that mean to people who are not living in the UK? It means like, if you are good enough, if you see any job online, you apply for it, and they like you, they can apply for a sponsorship visa for you right from your home country to come to the UK. That's another advantage of this course, of acquiring the knowledge as well. All right. So that being said, let me go. I have a few slides I need to share with you, but before then, please let me adjust my screen. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. All right. I believe you can still see my screen. All right. So I've got a few slides I need to go through quickly. So why project manager? I'm going to be using UK as a point of reference. 1 second again. So I'm going to be using UK as a benchmark because that's where I live, but it doesn't matter because this is applicable anywhere, right? So the average salary when you are considering a permanent role in the UK is around 55,000. And if you are considering a contract role, you can get up to 6 figures. Why? Because you can get a role of from £400 a day, £500 a day, £600 a day. If you are getting a £600 per day role as a contractor, that means you are getting £12,000 per month. Also, and that is a lot of money because even in the UK, the average salary that most people collect, I can say 60% is between 18,000 and 35,000. That's, the standard for majority in the UK. So if you embark on a 3-month journey and you are able to clear 50,000 at the end of the day, you are even able to, you're lucky enough, you got a contract role, you know, that is a win-win for everyone. You can't get it wrong, with that. Aside that, as I made mention earlier on as well, is one of the shortage skilled worker in the UK, meaning you can get a sponsorship visa from your home country if you see any company who is willing to do that. I am recording, and this recording will be made available to all platforms. So there's no need to request for a personal recording. I'm recording this session. That's to shut up. All right. So again, it doesn't matter your location, it doesn't matter your country where you reside, you can secure a remote job. But just the main thing that has to be done is you acquiring the right skills and knowledge. Then you can compete, with people internationally for roles. There are certain job sites that you can go to, whereby you can get a freelance role, like a contract role for 3-month contract, 4-month contract, 5-month contract. That is, outside your home country. That's the opportunity. That's one of the advantage you get from the training as well, from transitioning to become a project manager. Also, it's in very high demand. What do I mean? Because especially in the UK, because of the shortage of skilled workers, you'll see many people doing 2 jobs, 3 jobs. Why are they doing 2 jobs, 3 jobs? Is because they have the opportunity to get more than one, because there is not enough people to pick them up. There is not enough people. That is why this is actually the right time for you to make that transition, because the work is out there, but there is no enough professionals, to pick up those roles. All right, moving ahead. So if you decide to enroll on the course eventually, how is the journey going to be like? Let's quickly look into that on how the journey would look like. So the program is for 3 months, right? The program is for 3 months, but the first 6 weeks will be used for practical training. And also, don't forget that this is like a 2-in-1 kind of a course, because you'll be exposed, you'll be trained as a project manager, and also you'll be trained as a Scrum Master. Why is this? Because eventually, what matters to me is you getting your step at the door. So when you start applying for jobs, you are not restricting yourself to just the project management roles. If you see a Scrum Master role as well, you can pick it up. So the training will expose you to both project management and a Scrum Master role. Also, so that will be for 6 weeks. And after the 6 weeks, so the training will be for 6 weeks, that will be twice a week for 6 weeks. And after the 6 weeks, you'll be put on a project for another 2 months. So when you get on the project, because you'll be using Agile methodology, you'll be working in a Scrum team and in sprints. You'll be both roles. You'll be able to play both roles. How do I mean both roles? So first of all, you'll be working with a full Scrum team, whereby you have a developer, you have yourself as a Scrum Master or project manager, you have a business analyst, you have a tester, and sometimes you have a UI UX guy among you as well. So it's a full Scrum team that you'll be working with. And because this particular training is 2-in-1, and I want everyone to be exposed to all roles to get their hands dirty. So in your sprint, let's say the first sprint, you might act as the project manager in the first sprint, and probably the second sprint you can move on to become a Scrum Master. The idea of this is, at the end of the day, You are getting your hands dirty as a Scrum Master. You are getting your hands dirty as a project manager. So whichever the interview comes first, or whichever the job that comes first, you can be able to defend it very well. And the project you'll be working on, it's not a capstone project, it's a live project. So the only difference is you are not getting paid. But every other thing that you're going to do at work where you'll be getting paid is the same thing you'll be doing on the project with Learn with Pride as well. As I said, the only thing is you are not getting paid for working, but you are getting the experience, you are getting the right skills, you are getting the right knowledge, you know how to interact with a team, how to communicate with your team member, how to collaborate. All those things are part of the job aside you uh, executing your role as a project manager or as a Scrum Master. All right, let's go on. All right, so this is another very important stage in the process. Why is it very important? Is because if care is not taken, if you don't handle these bits very well, the training that you've received and the project will just be like a waste of time. Why? Optimization of your brand. You need to optimize your brand. For you to be visible in the market, you need to optimize. Sorry, 1 second. All right. So for you to be visible in the market, your brand has to be optimized. And what do I mean by your brand? I'm talking about your CV. I'm talking about your LinkedIn presence. Take, for example, you want to start applying for international jobs. Definitely, you need to optimize, you need to revamp your CV to international standard for you to stand a chance. Also, LinkedIn has become professional marketplace where recruiters now goes to add on. So you need to be in that space as well. So you'll be wondering, I've gone through the training, I've done the practicals, I know how to act as a project manager, I know how to act as a Scrum Master, but I'm not getting calls. Why am I not getting calls? It's because you are not visible in the market. You might think you have a CV, but your CV might not be up to standard. Probably certain things has to be adjusted on your CV um, for you to be visible. But because you think, oh, my CV is good enough. So that is why this stage is very, very important. Um, why on this stage? This is the only service that we do not offer. Um, but we partner with one of the best in the industry as well, and coming from us, it attracts a discount if you want to use them, but it's not a must to use them. You can use any other provider that are into revamping of CV, optimization of LinkedIn and all of that. You can use anyone, but it is very important that this stage has to be done right. You need to get it right. It's as important as the first step and the second step, which is the training and you working on a project. I cannot overemphasize how important this stage. I cannot overemphasize how important it is. So it has to be done right. So now you've gone through the training, you've gone through the project, you've optimized your brand, then you start applying for jobs. As you're applying for jobs manually, recruiters are calling you because they can see you now because you are visible in the market. They can see you on LinkedIn, you are getting calls. We saw your profile online. Are you still available? Are you still in the market? Are you still looking for job? You start getting those calls. That's a good sign when you start getting calls, because by the time you start getting calls, they are putting you forward for that role. By the time they start putting you forward for that role, you start getting interviews. So as you are applying manually yourself, as you are manually going on job site yourself, your CV is working, your profile online is working for you as well, because it's not all the jobs that are posted online. Some jobs are not posted online. that the recruiters will just go on that job site just to, scan through CVs and call the person. Same thing goes to LinkedIn as well. So you start getting interviews, and this is another stage that we help with as well, because the end goal of anyone coming on the journey is to be able to get a job at the end of the day, and that is our joy too. So if we can help in any simple or in any way at all, we are more than happy to help. And when it comes to interview preparation, this is a very key stage whereby we support as well. So we organize, we do interview prep with you, whether a panel interview or a single interview, or we do one form of interview preparation with you, just to ensure that you are ready, for that interview, so that you go in for that interview with confidence and you can be able to win the souls of the interviewers, and at the end of the day, secure that role. So we help with interview preparation. While on this point, let me quickly mention what the package entails. If you are to enroll, what does your money cover? So you get the practical training, you get to work on a live project. And when I say live project, I'm talking about real projects. And compared to other people out there, other providers out there, training provider out there, the maximum that will be in your team for that project will be between 8 and 10. You cannot pass 10 in your team, compared to others that will put 50 in a team to work in a project. You cannot learn anything with that. So in your team, when you are on a project, the maximum that can be on your project will be 10. But most of the time it's around 7 and 8. And that comprises of the developer, the tester, the project management, the project managers, the scrum master, the business analyst. So it's a full scrum team. All right. So you get to work on a practice. So you get the practical training, you get to work on a live project, you get the mentorship, you get our support, our 24/7 support. Also you get to belong to our alumni group. This is a special group that is created for those that are already working and those that are still searching, because you need someone at your angle, at your corner, when you are taking this bold step. You might want someone to, you might be stuck, and probably your facilitator is busy at that moment. Probably I'm busy. You can go to that platform, put your question in that platform, and someone on there will be more than happy to help you out as well. So you need to belong to community like that as well. It is very good for your professional engagement as well. So you get the practical training, you get to work on a live project, you get the mentorship, you get the support, you get to belong to alumni group. All our courses are CPD registered, accredited, sorry. So meaning the certificate that we are going to give you at the end of the program is recognized in over 60 countries. Let me see if I can show you the body and you can make your research. All right, so this is the body. Let me just copy it. I'll paste it in the chat. In your free time, you can research more about this company. One second. So they are called CPD standards, right? And it means what we offer meets the professional standard. And the certificate that you'll be getting from this body, not from us now, from this body, CPD, is recognized in over 60 countries: Nigeria, Ghana, Zimbabwe, UK, Canada, Australia, US, name it. But when you browse their website, then you are going to, see much more about the advantages that is attached to having that certificate with you. So you get the CPD accredited certificate, and finally you get a work reference for the duration that you are with us. So because you'll be working on our project, we are bound to give you a work reference that you can put on your CV, and we'll be more than happy to give you that reference when the time comes. So those are the benefits that is attached, or one of the benefits. I'm going to talk about the second part now. One of the benefits that you get enrolling on the course. So as regard the second benefit, I'll get there soon, but quickly, let me show you the stats of the company. So from 2020 till date, we've managed to enroll in all our courses over 20,000 students. Right. So if we now break that down, as I said, we run like 7 different IT courses. Business analysis, data analysis, Scrum Master, software testing, project management, IT support, manual testing, DevOps engineer. For project management till date, we've managed to enroll over 250 students till date. That is from January 2023 till date, we've managed to enroll 250 students, over 250 students. All right, so all in all, 50%, so 85% of our students are currently working. And 50% of those are working in the public sector around the world, in the UK, in Nigeria, in Zimbabwe. The 35% are working in private sector, while 15% are still job hunting, but they are ready to go. They are just waiting for that opportunity to come and they take it, then there they go. All right, so that's just bits of the company stats. Before I hand over to the facilitator, these are job samples of jobs that I got online. The first one is a contract role. The one on the left is a contract role, and it's paying between 650 and 750 a day. So let's just go in the middle. So it's paying 700 a day. If you are getting 700 pounds a day, even if the contract is for 3 months, 700 pounds a day, that is you getting 14,000 pounds a month. That is a whole lot of money, you know. So why won't you be on 6 figures? And there's no way the 3-month contract will be extended. So probably eventually you are there with them, you are there with that organization for another 1 year. You're getting 14,000 pounds every month for 1 year. That is 14,000 times 12. That is a lot of money, a whole lot of money. The second one as well is a contract role, and it's even work from home. And it's paying 680 pounds a day. You know, you'll be wondering, is it possible for me to undergo a 3-month journey and qualify for all these big amounts? The answer is yes. And I'm saying that yes with confidence because, as you remembered earlier on when I started, I told you about my journey as well. I transitioned as well. So I know it is possible for you to get that amount. But don't get me wrong, you need to put in the work. The training might be twice a week for 6 weeks, but that doesn't mean you need to restrict your own learning to twice a week. You need to dedicate your time to the process. Therefore, you need to commit your time every single day for the entire duration of the course. Because at the end of the 3 months, you want to start competing with people who has been doing it in the industry for 2-3 years. For that to happen, you need to make some sacrifices. You have to be determined and ready, to commit the time to the process. You need to go above and beyond what has been covered in the class. You need to go on YouTube, you need to go on Google and research more. This is how you grow, because eventually, even when you get this job, learning never stops. Your learning doesn't stop there. Even that is the beginning of your learning again. Because if you are lucky enough, you work in IT sector, there's a continuous learning. You cannot stop that. You know what? I've gotten the job now. I need to relax. There's nothing like that. You have to be appraised yearly. There are certain milestones that you have to hit. There are certain trainings that you have to enroll yourself on. Because the world of IT, it's not stagnant. It revolves. And you can't say, oh, what I know 4 years ago is different from how it's done now. So that is why you need to keep developing yourself. So learning never stops, and you need to devote the time to the process. Sunday medicine will not work. I don't need to sugarcoat it for you. If it's a Sunday medicine, it will not work. You need to commit at least minimum of 2 hours to the process every single day. And you too, you'll be able to see at the end of that 3 months, you'll be surprised and shocked the knowledge as in that you've impacted in yourself. You'll be surprised at what you'll be so shocked, especially when you go for your first interview and they start asking you questions. You'll be wondering, how did I know all these things? It's because of your personal learning, So that is that. Let me see. I think I've got one more. Yeah, this one is a permanent role paying between 85,000 and 90,000. And the one on the right is paying between 65,000 and 72,000. This is not I didn't post all these jobs. It was online that I got it from. And I can tell you, those doing these jobs, by the time you are done, they don't know more than you. But you need to commit the time, you need to commit the sweat, and you need to commit the effort into the process for it to work. It's like investment. If you invest now, surely you reap whatever the time that you are investing into the process now, you surely reap it when you start applying for jobs. Because interviews is all about telling a good story. How can you tell a good story when you've not committed enough time into the process, when you've not encountered issues that will make you ask for help? You know what? I was doing this, I was researching this, I was trying to do this, but I got stuck. Please help. The process of helping you is when the actual learning is taking place. It is not by you coming to the class. Coming to the class, you might be present from beginning to the end, but are you actually tasking yourself outside the class? You need to face issues. You need to face challenges. You need to seek for help before the actual learning is taking place. All right. Some of the tools or what you'll be exposed to, you'll be using Jira and Microsoft Project, Diabot for retro or sprint planning poker for is it retro. These are just some of the tools that you'll be exposed to. All right, I talked about the second offer if you should come on board. All right, there is no way you can go to the farm without having the right equipment to work with. For example, your cutlass, your hoes. It is important for you to go to the farm with those. Same thing when you are coming on this journey. There are certain tools that are mandatory for you to learn, for you to excel in that role. And one of those tools is Microsoft Project. But the unfortunate side of things is there is no free version of this Microsoft Project. You cannot test run it. You need to pay for it. Whether you are paying monthly or you are paying, at once, but you have to make payment for it. So how do you go about this? And you need this tool to actually work. You need this tool on this journey. It's one of the tools you'll be exposed to. It won't be nice for the facilitator to be doing stuff on his own and you don't have any tools to work with, And if you can Google you yourself, you can go and check it out how much you can get the tools for. I took this screenshot from, you can see the website, www.microsoft.com website. You can see, and it's going for £679. So if you enroll, because this program will be starting on the 1st of August. So for anyone that enrolls, this is for everyone now. It is for everyone. For anyone that enrolls on this journey, I'm going to be giving this Microsoft project away for free. It costs you nothing. All expenses paid. and that will be on me. Because there's no point you going to the farm without having the right tools, you know? So that is why for everyone that will be enrolling on this journey, you know, I'll make available, or I'll be giving you for free Microsoft projects. And it is not only for the duration of my course. No. As long as you have that laptop that you installed it on, it is yours forever. You know, as long as you have that laptop, this is yours forever. So it's not only for 3 months or 1 year. It's forever as long as you have that device that you installed it upon. All right. So the cost for the 3-month program is actually £600. But this is now another offer that I'm giving, and this is not for everyone now. As I said, the Microsoft one is for everyone enrolling on the journey. But for anyone that enrolls, because we only have 10 slots left as at today that I'm talking, as at now that I'm talking, we only have 10 slots left. For everyone that enrolls on or before the 24th of this month, I'm going to be giving away 30% discount. So for anyone that enrolls on or before the 24th, I'm going to be giving away 30% discount. For anyone that enrolls after this date, not that I won't be given discount, but that will only attract 15% discount. I'll say that again, for anyone that enrolls on or before the 24th of this month, I'm going to be giving away 30% discount. For anyone that enrolls after this date, I'm going to be giving away 15% discount. But again, even after applying the discount, it is only half payment that is required to start. You don't need to pay everything at once. If you have it at once to pay, why not? You can pay at once. But if not, half payment is required to start, and the other half can be paid within 5 to 6 weeks after you started on the course. Meaning, if you start on the 1st of August with half payment, before another half payment can be due, will be around 1st or 2nd week of September. I try as much as possible to make it easy, convenient, and affordable for people compared to my competitors as well. And with the quality of the training and the support that you'll be getting on the journey, you know, this will be a money well spent for you. You know, you cannot go wrong with it. When you start earning the big money, you know, probably that is when you appreciate that, you know what, I actually got that training for a bargain. You know, so yeah, that is the offer for today. That is the offer on ground. Again, as I said, it is only 10 spots or 10 slots that is available as of now that I'm talking. So if you want to enroll on the journey, or if you have questions you want to ask me after the session, you can message me on the WhatsApp number on your screen. So you can take the screenshot of the number on your screen now and message me on that WhatsApp number. I'll try as much as possible to attend to any questions, or if you want to enroll as well, you can chat me up on that number as well. And one of the good things that we do as well is we give a referral bonus. So if you refer anyone and that person enroll on the course, you get 10% discount for the first person. If you have more than one that you refer and they enroll on the course, you get 10% on the first one, and from the second, you get 5%. You know, that is another way you can make money as well. So there are, you know, different avenues you can take advantage of. You can enroll yourself, you can invite friends, you can refer friends and family, and you get percentage on them as well, you know, from 10% to 5% or after the first one, you know. So for now, I'm going to be pausing. Again, you can take a screenshot of the number on your screen and chat me up afterwards. But for now, I'm going to be stopping. I'm going to be inviting the facilitator that will take you on the journey. As I said, it will be like 2-in-1 kind of a training. You'll be exposed to project management, both waterfall and agile, and also you'll be exposed to a Scrum Master role as well. It's going to tell you more about all this journey, what it entails, how to hit the ground running. What do you have to do? Do you have to be techie before you can transition? It's going to shed more light into the life of a project manager or the life of a Scrum Master. So without further ado, for now, I'll stop sharing and I'm going to be inviting Tone Ayo to take it away from here. Thanks. I'll speak to you soon. Tone Ayo, over to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Akin. That was a well-explained process. Okay, so because of our time, I'll just delve into the program outline for what we are supposed to be expecting during the course of this training. Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen. Okay, I believe you can all see my screen right now. So this, in this session, we're going to be looking into what project manager is, career opportunities, why project management, the deliverables of this course, an overview of Waterfall Project, overview of Agile projects. Then I also share some software tools for Agile and Waterfall management. So I believe by the end of this, you'll be able to make your decision. So a brief introduction about myself. My name is Tone Ayo David. I'll be the facilitator for the class. And I'm certified Prince2 project manager, experience in both Agile and Waterfall methodologies. And see my LinkedIn, if you want to look me up, is there. I've worked in companies such as Pillar Oil, Axion. I've also worked in the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation during my early days, and also in a fintech company, 99 Apartments, as a Scrum Master there. So I'm going to be sharing my experience with you as well as my general knowledge of what project management is. Okay, so what is project management? To be very quick, we have two bodies generally that give us the definition of what project management is. And outside of this body, there are also several definitions, but let me just stick to the book. And project is defined by PMI as a temporary endeavor undertaking to create a unique product, service, or result. So I can tell you that your life is a project, because at the end of the day, if you embark on this journey, it becomes a project to you. You are taking this journey to deliver an outcome for you, and which the outcome is a result of learning. You want to get knowledge. So a project is any temporary endeavor. So why temporary is because it has a start and a finish date. So a project's uniqueness is because it has a start and a finish date. So we can always understand what a project is. And also, we are a business person. Personally, you need project management knowledge to be able to thrive in your business. We'll get into that as we move on. And while Prince2 similarly defines it as a temporary organization, you see that the word temporary is very common. A project must have a start and a finish date, created for the purpose of delivering one or more business products according to an agreed business case. Now, Prince2 is taking us further into a depth, telling us that there should be an agreed business case. So what is a business case? It's a document that determines if the project is viable, achievable, or doable. That's what a business case is about. So what are the career opportunities? I can't talk so much about this, so I won't so much dwell in it. But you can say on an average, a project manager in the UK can earn as much as £62,000 annually. So you see, as a junior project manager, the demographic is there for you to see. These are real stats that you can look up yourself and see. So it's an opportunity that can help you to turn your career into a very a wonderful one. So why project management? First thing is, it gives you clear and organized plans. So clear, organized plan always improves team collaboration. So if you do project management, you'll be a better team player. If you have knowledge on project management, your organization plan and team collaboration plan is going to skyrocket. It's going to be very, very unique. And also, defining everyone's roles eliminates confusion. What do I mean by that? So project management helps you to identify roles and responsibility, and so that you not be confused. If people are working on a team and people don't know their role, they can start interfering with other people's role and cause chaos and confusion at the end of the day. But having knowledge of project management helps you to be able to clearly distinguish between roles, identify roles and responsibilities. That's one thing you get as a project manager. Also, well-defined goals improve team efficiency. One thing about project management is that it's goal-oriented. Something that is goal-oriented means it's result-driven. So once you have knowledge about project management, you are better at defining goals, and that will help you to improve the effectiveness of your team. As a business owner, as an employee, you need all these things. Now, also, defining a communication plan keeps your team aligned and focused. Now, one thing in project management or throughout the life cycle of a project manager is that there is constant communication. There is an asynchronous communication and synchronous communication method that is used. And also at every level and stage of your project, you must have communication skills, verbal communication, non-verbal, and written communication, whatsoever. Even using the software tools is a part of communication, because when you communicate using data and you're presenting your work is a form of communication. So communication is key. You'll be learning how to communicate at a high level being a project manager. Now also, project management tools help increase efficiency. Isn't that very obvious? We have a tool like MS Project that Akin is talking about. It helps you to plan your work and increase the efficiency of what needs to be done. Okay, so what are the deliverables of this course? In this course, you learn PMI and Prince 2 project management principles. So you are taking both together, because I have experience in Prince 2 majorly, and I also have experience in general management of projects, which is aligning with PMI. So I'll be giving you experiences from those angles and targeting or tailoring the course to fit experiences from the two bodies, and you have a wide knowledge. Also, waterfall and agile methodologies are going to be learned. So waterfall methodology suitable for a static project like construction, where you have to finish a certain stage before you start the other stage. That's what waterfall is. And also agile methodologies, which is suitable for software management, where you need to do a project in an iteration. That means a sprint, or what I mean by you go as fast as you can in circles. When we get there, I'll explain further down the line of this presentation. Also, you will understand how to manage a project from start to finish. Very easy. You'll be able to learn how to start a project and finish a project, and look out for things that you need to do in a project. Also, you will understand and manage the variables that control any project. What are these variables? Cost, quality, time, risk, a lot. Benefits. Those are variables. And a lot of variables that control a project. Those are the ones I've just doled out for you. So you understand those variables very, very well. Then you have opportunities to collaborate on a live project which requires support. I think Akin has done justice to that. Don't need to go into it. You have mentorship on how to easily transition into project management. Akin also discussed about that. These are things that you get in this course. And the last one is that you have software and solutions used to manage both waterfall and agile projects. Yes. So in the course of this program, after the theory part of the project, we go into software, where you will learn how to use software to manage both waterfall and the agile projects. So that's like learning about 3 softwares. And this is coming in collaboration with the course fee, no extra cost. But if you learn these softwares on their own, some people charge for software separately from the class. So, but we are going to be bringing it together and giving you the opportunity to learn it once and for all. Now, what is the overview of Waterfall Project? Now, Waterfall Project management approach entails a clearly defined sequence of execution with project phases that do not advance until a phase receives final approval. I just said that now. Once a stage finishes, another one starts. That's how Waterfall Project is designed. And look at what waterfall is on its own. When we have seen a waterfall before, falling from a rock or a mountain. you see that it's descending down like a slope, going like a ripple. So that's how this project is to coming like that. You go from start to finish. But okay, now a typical example is building of a house. Now, if you're building a house, you can't start with roofing. It's not possible. You have to do foundation first before you now get to roofing, right? So that's how to give you an idea or a picture of what a waterfall project is. Waterfall project could be manufacturing a vehicle. Yes, you need to do one before you do the other, and you need to put them together at the end of the day. So I would have shown you an image, but because of time, it's in this link here. So because of time, I just leave that just to show you also an image of how the waterfall project looks like. And overview of Agile project management. So unlike waterfall, Agile project management is an iterative approach to managing software development projects that focuses on continuous release and incorporating customer feedback with every iteration. Now, what brings about the invention of Agile projects? I mean, this thing started in a car manufacturing company in Japan in the early 80s, although it wasn't popular then. When they manufacture cars and they saw that the process is getting so rigid, slow, a lot of errors happening, that is what brought about the Agile project management. And the word Agile means fast. So they wanted an approach where you can create, products even in a day. Create a tangible product in a day and not wait till the end of the project before you bring something out. So that's the iteration process in it. So now in the advancement of technology and the popularity of software, this project management technique is now suitable for software, because you can need a software today and you develop it that same day. It's as fast as that. You don't need to say, okay, until 3 months before you can get a software done. You can start developing softwares day by day. So that is the Agile methodology part of it. You deliver, you see in here, it said incorporating customer feedback with every iteration. It means that it's more customer collaborative. When you are doing Agile, you involve your customer along the way. Unlike waterfall projects, for instance, we are building a skyscraper, you can't be involving the sponsor every day. If the sponsor wants to be aware, fine, but it's not something that you have to. If not, you will not finish your project on time because there will be a lot of changes that will come. You just follow a structured plan in waterfall. While in Agile, there's nothing like following a structured plan. You go as the client wants. Changes are encouraged. A lot of things can happen in Agile project management. You see the beauty now of learning these two aspects of project management. So it places you it gives you a better chance in the industry to get jobs. You can work in the IT department, you can work on a conventional project management industry, like probably a construction company, oil production company, whatsoever company. So you are better fit for all these things. Now, what are the Agile methodologies that we have? We have a lot of them, but I'm just going to stick to 5 here. We have Scrum, we have Lean, we have Extreme Programming, which is called XP. We have Kanban, we have Feature-Driven Development, which is FDD. Others, we have Crystal Clear, a lot. We have Dynamic System Development, DSDM, a lot of Agile methodologies, but we are going to be sticking with Scrum because Scrum is the most popular. Now, in Scrum, you also learn a little bit of Kanban because Kanban deals with boards, dealing with boards. So Scrum will be the focus of this class, which is the most popular. If you know Scrum, there's no Agile, any company that's interested in Agile methodology that will not need Scrum. Scrum is needed. Every other thing that you see here, even when you start to use them, you use a Scrum framework to get them done. So Scrum is very important. Once you know Scrum, knowing other things will be very easy. Now, what are the software tools for Agile and Waterfall projects? Okay, so these are the tools. We have Oracle Primavera P6, that is used for Waterfall projects. Microsoft Projects, which Akin is going to give you for free, is a very essential tool for Waterfall projects also. Doesn't mean that these tools cannot manage a software project, but they are better designed for Waterfall. So don't get it twisted. Some companies use Oracle Primavera for their software development, and it works. But the best design for software or project management is Jira. Then we have ClickUps, Trello, Asana, WorkZone, Monday.com, Podio. They are all good for software development, but Jira is the most popular. So you're going to be exposed to Jira, and you're going to be exposed to Microsoft Project and Oracle Primavera. So those are the three softwares that we're going to deal with. But in the course of the lesson, our major focus will be Jira and Microsoft Project. So the Oracle Primavera is just like an addition. I'm going to be showing you this. They are very similar to each other, but I'm just going to be showing you how it works. So in case you find yourself in a company that doesn't use MS Project, uses Oracle, then you can be able to thrive in those places. Now, what is the conclusion of our discussion now? Is that this project management generally to offer you opportunity to think better. One thing that an employer wants is a candidate that can think better, that can think for themselves, not someone that the organization needs to think for. And also organize faster. What does employer need more than someone that can organize faster and decide faster, deliver efficiently? You see, these are things that being exposed to project management will give you the opportunity to become. Now, whether you are tech inclined or not, you don't have to worry. You might come from a business background, might come from even an art background, doesn't matter. In fact, nowadays in graphic design, which is some part of art, they are including IT skills. IT has defined everything. In accounting, you have softwares that what's it called, Sage? Is this Sage 50 now? Yeah, I think it's Sage 50. We have there's a software book for accounting. All these things are things that you need to learn. And when you are software inclined, when you know a software, you know how to do it, it positions you better to be able to learn and understand any other software. That's one advantage that it helps you to do. So whether you are coming from any background, you have all the aces right now if you learn project management. So it's a huge advantage in today's industry due to high demand in tech inclined and analytic expertise. So every organization needs an analytical employee. And what are you waiting for? You have a platform here to learn, mentor, be on a live project, because you're going to be on a live project where it's not, I won't even call it live project, I'll call it a job, because you're going to be interfacing with a real person and you're going to be delivering solutions to someone that actually needs it. So that's what you're going to be doing. It's not like a simulation. You are going to be actually delivering value. So throughout that period, you can add that experience to your CV, and if you are in an interview, it counts. You have already done something because you are going to be producing. You can discuss, just like Akin said, an interview is you telling stories about yourself. You can come and tell them the story of what you have developed from start to finish as a Scrum Master or as a project manager. So these are the things you get. So I'm advising everyone, you need to be intentional about getting expected outcome out of this program. So I'm encouraging you to enroll, and it's going to be a beautiful journey with us. And also, besides that, you can always reach out to me as your facilitator anytime you have interviews. I used to help my students, prepare for the interviews. These are things that I even do without the company charging you for it. Something we offer free. So I do that. A lot of students have gotten jobs through this kind of assistance. So thank you very much. I would not like to take much of your time. I hope to see you when we enroll August 1st. Thank you.
Yes, thanks, Donayo, for that. Let me share my screen back. Please, if you have any questions you want to ask, you can start raising your hand. I'll be calling you shortly. So please, if you have any question to ask, please start raising your hand. Also, you can put your questions in the chat as well, but I'd like to hear from you. We are here to learn together. I want to hear your voice. So it's better if you raise your hand and you talk, ask your question. I'll really appreciate that. All right. So for now, I'm going to call, I think because of our time, I think we've got a couple of our ex-students online. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, sorry for that. We've got, because of our time, we can only probably entertain probably two of them. Two of our ex-students who has gone through the process, and they are currently working, just to share about their journey, their experience, and where they at the moment. So the first person I'm going to be calling is Samira. If you want to unmute yourself and talk to us. Thanks.
Thank you, Akin. Good evening, everyone. My name is Samira. My journey started somewhere October last year when I saw one of the Learn with Pride advertisements on Instagram. I'm from a business background and I had no experience or idea to what entails in project management, but I was curious. So I picked up the telephone number and then called Learn with Pride. Akin had the time to go through the whole journey and explain what Learn with Pride entailed in terms of offering project management to students. And just like you guys are on here today, I joined the taster session as well. So that was where I gained more information. But I was still a bit nervous because I didn't know anything regarding project management, but I was rest assured that I would get all the support that I needed. So I enrolled with the course and then I started learning the whole project management thing. At first, it was like everything was just like stories to me. I didn't know what was going on. I was very confused, but I can rest assure all of you that the support was there 24/7. Whenever I was unsure of anything, I would go back to the facilitator and then I'll ask. And then obviously they had the time to actually go through the whole journey with you, explain to you whatever you didn't understand. And also YouTube was my best friend. So after a session, I'll go on YouTube, watch videos just to gain more understanding of what was going on. So after the theory section, we had the opportunity to have the live work experience as well. And that was where I actually began to understand project management. And then I gained more experience because I worked on the work experience on the project. I worked as a Scrum Master and a project manager as well. So that was when I gained much more experience. And at that point, I felt like I was actually ready to start applying for jobs. So I contacted one of the partners that Learn with Pride has partnered with. I revamped my CV and my LinkedIn as well. So after my CV and LinkedIn was revamped, I started getting a lot of calls from employers. They would call, they'll ask questions. Are you available? Are you on the market? We can interview you. And that was going on. I got a few telephone interviews. I got a few calls regarding job offers. And then finally, I went through a few stages and then I was actually called for an actual interview. So during the interview preparations, Learn with Pride, Akin, and the team were very helpful and supportive as well. So they talked me through the whole journey. And then with the interview, I had to do a PowerPoint presentation as well. The team was very supportive. They were helpful. They helped me with the preparation of the PowerPoint presentation as well. They went through the whole questions that I was most likely to be asked in the interview. They went through all of that with me. The support was very amazing. And then on the interview day, I went for the interview. I was very confident because of the support that I've gotten from Learn with Pride. I was very confident. I went into the interview and then God being so good, I smashed the interview and then I got a job. So within the space of about 6 months, I've been able to secure a job and I'm now working as a project manager in one of the government agencies in the UK. So I just want to tell you that if I'm able to do it, if I'm able to secure a job, then it's possible for everyone on this platform because I was once like all of you guys. So I would say that you are in the right place. Just jump onto the journey, take all the opportunities, take all the support that you be given. And then in a few months, you'll be telling your success story as well. Thank you. Over to you, Akin.
Yeah, thanks for that. It's just to reassure everyone that, whatever you set your mind to do, you can achieve it, especially when you have the right support. And that's what we offer, at Learn with Pride. So you are not alone on the journey. You have people around you. You have people to run to. You have people to go through the journey together as well. So that's just one of them. Again, please, if you have questions, you can raise your hand. We have quite a number of people online, so I'm sure one or two people might have something they want to ask. also, you can drop your questions on the chat as well. But as I said earlier on, I want to hear from you. So I'll prefer that to the chat. All right. So while you are still thinking about whether you want to talk to me or not, I've got another ex-student online. He's not actually in the UK. He's from Nigeria and still in Nigeria. Embarks on the journey as well. And today, I think it's all story. It has become testimony today as well. So I'm going to be 1 second, please. So I'm going to be calling on Kolapo. If you're online, you can unmute yourself and talk to us.
All right, thank you, Mr. King. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kolapo, currently in Nigeria. So I started my journey last year, although I started on Udemy, which I was trying to learn, and then I discovered that I don't know the difference between IT project management and the project management into constructions and the likes, but my main target was to go into the IT space, not even the normal one. But lucky me, I stumbled on Learn with Pride advert on Facebook. Then I was able to join the tester section. Then it was even called tester section, not overview, which I joined, and I was able to acquire some insights about what they would offer. And I embarked on the training. I think within 2 months on the training, I've been able to acquire more knowledge with the mentorship and the support of the alumni. Then I started applying for jobs, even at the training. When we started our first practical, I was just trying to apply for jobs to see how I can actually secure one, so as to, just encourage myself. So not of recent, I actually secured a contract role in UK, working remotely. And it has really encouraged me to aware that fine, the distance is not a barrier, your location is not actually the barrier. You just have to acquire the right skills and know it well. So I still do appreciate Learn with Pride for the opportunity being given to me to put me on the right track. So for us there as well, it's very possible for you to acquire the skills and to know it well, then get the dream job. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for that. Really appreciate. All right. So again, because I'm really cautious of it, of the time. So has anyone got any questions that you want to ask? Again, the start date. So the actual training will be starting on 1st of August. That's when the actual training will be starting. But as I said, for anyone that wants to take advantage of the 30% discount, you have up until the 24th of this month to take advantage of the 30% discount. And after that, it will drop down to 15%. After applying the discount, only half payment is required to start, and the other half can be paid within 4 to 5 weeks after you started on the course. So that is it. There's a question on the chat. I think this is for Tonayo. 1 second.
I requested myself. My name is Gabriel.
Hello, Gabriel. What's your question?
I already booked on holiday, so I wanted to know what do you have other start dates apart from 1st of August?
And that would be 6 weeks. So that would be like end of September for another one to commence.
Okay, so book me in for that 1st of September.
All right, just chat me up on the number on your screen, then we go from there.
Okay, so you remember me, Gabriel, yeah?
Yes, just chat me up and say Gabriel. Yeah, I will remember.
All right, cheers.
All right, no problem. All right, Tony, I think this is for you. A product manager manages the product vision, while a project manager. Oh, sorry, Tony, that's actually from you. All right, sorry. Okay, so you're responding to different.
Yeah, I was asking some questions. Yes, online.
All right. Yeah, you can say it for everyone to hear, though.
Okay, yeah. So someone was asking the difference between product manager and project manager. So we get this question a lot. There are two different roles, a lot of different roles. So a lot of differences. So the thing is that what we are doing here is project management, not product management. Even though as a project manager, you could also work as a product manager. The difference is that when you are dealing with products, especially when it comes to software, when you learn project management and you are able to go through a software development lifecycle, you could work as a product manager, because a product is any commodity, maybe software or something that is going to deliver value. So it could be a software product, it could be a website, whatsoever it is. So that's just it. The two of them are intertwined, but they are different separately. So when it comes to conventional project management, the word product manager does not even come to play. For instance, we are building a house. There's nothing a product manager is doing there, because what you are delivering right there is not a product. You are delivering a service or a project, if you can call it that. All right. So I don't know if that answers that question.
Yeah, thanks, Donayo. This other one is from Temitokwe. I joined late. Want to know, I'm guessing we are doing the two. Yeah, you'll be trained on both project management, both the Agile and Waterfall approach methodology, and also you'll be trained as a Scrum Master as well, so that you are not restricting yourself to just one when you start applying for a job. If you see a Scrum Master role, you can pick it up, you can apply. If you see a project management role, you can apply as well. It's just to increase your chances out there. So that's what we are offering. That's to Temitokwe. Isaac, you raise your hand, you can unmute and ask your question.
Okay, thank you. All right, sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, thank you. Sorry, I came in a bit late. I think I've attended this class before, so I trust the capabilities of everything you are saying, the competence and everything. But I have an issue with that 24th, because I earn salary, and we've been paid like probably after that 24th most times. Like sometimes it gets to 28th, 29th, and even 30th. So I don't know if you can extend it for a few days. I'm not saying because I want to try and get that bonus, that stuff you said about.
Yeah,
so I don't get paid before 25th. It varies, but anything after 25th, but at least before the end of the month.
Yeah. All right. So do you see the number on your screen?
Yes.
Message me on that number. Then
Okay.
we can go
Okay.
from there.
Sorry. With that amount, with that, I haven't said that. I want to know the details of the amount again that we're paying fully. I didn't get that part.
So the cost, the actual cost is £600. But I said for those enrolling on or before the 24th of this month, they'll get 30% discount. And after that is only 15% discount that will be applicable.
Okay. So
and after the
30,
discounts, yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
I'm sorry. I wanted to talk in Naira because I'm talking to you from Nigeria. So when you call pound, it gets scary. You know what the value of Naira to pound is. So that 30% in Naira, what would it be?
So the actual cost in Naira, because I'm not even using the right rates, is 540,000. Right? But after the 30% discount, then you are looking at Hello,
sorry. A call came in, so I just terminated the call. So I didn't hear anything you said.
All right. So the actual cost in Naira is 540,000 Naira. Okay. After the 30% discount, then you are looking at 378,000.
Okay. All right. I think that's all I need to know. 378. Right. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Yeah, just chat me up.
I'll chat you up when everything is set. All right. Thank you. I've copied the number already.
No problem at all.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm just going through the messages. I think I've answered I think I've answered all the messages on the chat. Project manager is not in short-term occupation list. Shadab, are you online? Probably you need to go and recheck that information. So Babajide, the class is starting on the 1st of August. That's when the class is starting. That's to Babajide. Sophie, I think that question has been answered. All right. Has anyone on call got any other question before we draw the curtain for tonight? Any final question from anyone before we say good night? Again, just to iterate, some of the benefits that is attached to you enrolling is you need this tool to go on the project. You need it. You can't do without it. And for everyone enrolling, you'll be given this software for free. And as I said, it is for the duration of your laptop, you're going to have it. It's forever, so to say. This cost even more than the training itself, So that's one of the advantage you can tap into. The second side of the advantage is all the benefit that is attached to the package itself. That is the practical training, working on a live project with a full Scrum team, the mentorship, the support, the CPD accredited certificate that you're going to get at the end of the day, which is recognized in over 60 countries, interview preparation, and finally the work reference that you're going to get as well. The time for the class will be 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. So that will run twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Is it the same amount for everyone everywhere? Yes, the pounds amount is the same thing. So you just need to convert it to the local currency, but you don't even need to convert it. If you are enrolling outside Nigeria or outside the UK, all I have to do is send you a payment link. When you are making that payment, your bank will convert, that amount for you with the right rate, and you'll be able to see it. So yeah, you can use the pounds amount, and convert that to your local currency to see how much it is. But yeah, it is the same thing for everyone, wherever you live, as in the same amount of money. All right. I think that's all the questions. Again, before I draw the curtain for tonight, any final word from anyone, any final question from anyone, you can still raise your hand before we close for today. And if you have any questions you want to ask me or you want to enroll after this session, you can message me on the number on your screen as well. So if in the absence of no other questions, I say a very big thank you for everyone online. Hopefully I'm going to see some of you on the journey, and hopefully we are going to rewrite that story together. I can't wait to meet you. And till then, thank you so much and have a good night rest. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you.